hear that story.
We're gonna start with that. We're gonna start with that today.
Producer Big Mike, you got a story about when you were a child?
Producer Big Mike's mom is darling. And remember,
I've
I got
never
to
met
meet her, and
Yeah.
you were very jealous.
Yeah.
So, of course, right away, I'm just like, this is the only woman I'm talking to all night. I want to know everything about Producer Big Mike. And she, by the end of the night, goes, there was one time I used to have this long hair. And I decided to cut it off because she was a single mom. She's raising kids. She's busy. And I cut all my hair off. And when I picked him up from daycare, he didn't know who I was, and he started to cry. Oh, it was
That's
so cute.
adorable.
It's so cute. Look at him smile.
Did you start to cry because you thought your mom wasn't there, or you saw your mom with short hair and it scared you? Which one?
I was two. I don't remember.
You didn't remember?
I don't remember.
Well, in therapy, you haven't worked this out. You haven't remembered it in therapy. Okay.
I have no recollection of it.
Yeah.
It was even a new story to me when Tracy told it.
It was a great story.
I bet she had great hair.
Oh, I bet she did too. It was a great story. And I just picture him being held and crying and then just like critting himself. Like just.
Well, he still does that.
Oh my God. Oh
Okay,
my God.
so I wanted to talk more about the Rockies because proud of you for once, Rockies.
20 to 7.
That's not why.
Oh. Well, we know what happened yesterday, and if you don't, I am very nervous to talk about this on the Big Dumb Post Show because we are much more free in what we say on the Big Dumb Post Show, and now you want to talk about what the pitcher said.
What's the exact quote?
Oh, there's no way I could say that.
Okay, but we know he was having fun with himself in a parking lot in 2020. This is before COVID.
This
like
is
a
the guy
month
from-
before COVID hit.
I love that you. But, okay, hold on.
I think
the
it's
guy
important.
The reason there was a. I don't think it's important to the story, but I want to know why you do in a second. So the guy from the Red Sox
What's his name?
got
Somebody
caught
McGuire.
4 years ago in a parking lot, treating himself like a playground, and he got like arrested. Fast forward to 4 years.
Okay.
That's what the fight is.
So the headline
about.
is this guy got arrested in 2020, and I'm like, oh, that was during COVID. That's what you did back then. Because you couldn't go anywhere else. You went
can
to
stay home. What? Do you do it publicly usually? Are public places your place of choice? The place you do that is at home.
Now we know why he put it from the party.
Yes.
And then I got to thinking, oh, he was probably got caught with his pants down and mask on. But this was in February, so the COVID was, we'd heard about it.
It's
It was
so
bubbling.
weird that COVID worked into this headline. I have no idea why that was important to you, but you've tried to like marry and so guys, it was before COVID. Okay.
Because I think it's also important. The context is this happened 4 years ago, and he is still not okay. Like the guy, our Rockies guy, our pitcher, said, why don't you go do that in a parking lot?
Yeah.
And he immediately was like, oh, no, you didn't. And that's how the brawl started.
Clearing
From an
brawl
incident 4 years
yesterday.
ago, one sentence, why don't you go do that in a parking lot? As he's walking off, and there we go. And that's how it started.
I love this on so many levels that his teammates still came out to defend him. Do you think they were like, dude, you've got to just take the jokes, man. You did get caught doing this. We can't keep beating people up for you when they make fun of you for it. Like,
Don't take it so hard.
Don't take it so hard. I get it. Yeah. Didn't see that one coming.
How many things, how many more things do you need to beat up?
I need my bed.
Okay, but yes, and then this guy's been trolled like since this happened. There was an organist, the guys in the organ. They play those songs live,
Yeah.
The Dodgers guy, savage. This guy, whoever did this, right after it happened, played "Beat It" by Michael Jackson.
It's so funny.
As he walked out to bat.
But now this whole other side of human beings didn't know who this guy was. If you would have said his name, I would have never put that together with the headline. Never.
Well,
now,
that headline got buried with COVID. See how it comes back? That's why we don't know about it, because COVID turned into the big story that day.
Right. Otherwise, but 4 years later. So you're saying he has like long-term injury?
See? COVID helps the story.
Oh, God.
Anyway, who won the brawl?
I was social distancing. God.
Big Mike, you were at the game. Who won the brawl? Like, who got some good hits in?
Everybody got stopped. I don't even think a single punch was thrown.
Yeah.
Like it all got stopped because everybody ran on the field, but there was a lot of pushing and shoving and like
No,
nobody
there
won.
was no punching, but a lot of spanking then.
But
Did anybody feed the geese?
Is that a term? Is that a term? Is that a term?
Yeah.
It is not.
Yes, it
No,
is.
it's not.
I'm not
I've
saying
never
it
heard
again.
that one. I have never heard that one. Feed the geese? Why?
I'm not going to tell you. I will tell that one. I will get in trouble for.
Well, you're making me say it.
It's not the saying.
All
it's
right.
it's
I
the
told
action.
you we shouldn't have talked about this.
How do you feed geese? You're not supposed to feed geese, but if you do,
don't. I try to hit them with my car.
you tear off the bread and you throw it at them.
This is so stupid. Grown men got into a fight over this
Over
last
this.
night on TV.
Uh-huh.
God. Okay. All right. Moving on. I will never, ever feed a bird again and not think of this moment. Ever. Ever.
Okay.
Lainey Wilson is on the show tomorrow. I'm really excited to catch up with Lainey. Lainey Wilson is everywhere and busy, but I feel like we haven't talked to her for a while. And then it was like the CMAs. It was just a couple months ago.
Yeah, it was a couple months ago.
So it's going to be fun to
She's a
have her on the
delight.
show.
Yeah.
There's so many concerts this weekend. Like last night was the Shabuzi Machine Gun Kelly show. And then tonight it's like, is it Flo Rida or something at Cheyenne?
T.I.?
T.I. No, and then who's the one that was in all the other songs? Ludacris, yeah. Who's the one that everyone's mom likes? Like,
Going back to
like
Lainey.
for real, I meant that. Like everyone that's like 45, like Ludacris.
Oh, yeah,
is
that's
the,
you.
know.
Who is it?
Ludacris.
Oh, Ludacris. Okay. I want to go back to Lainey Wilson for a minute. I have a friend of a friend of a friend. It showed up on my Facebook feed that they were at a convention, like a insurance convention, we'll call it. And you know, big artists play these. You know, it's like
Yeah.
side gigs. Lainey Wilson. Can you imagine showing up to an insurance big thing? What are they called? Like a
Conference.
conference
Yeah.
in Vegas, and all of a sudden it's in one night for this insurance company, Lainey Wilson, Priscilla Block, the Chief. They all one night. Can you imagine how much that company
Yeah.
threw down? I mean, this is a big national company, but geez.
Yeah, I can.
I mean,
I've
they get paid
yeah.
millions of dollars. Like Lainey Wilson was probably paid at least $1 million to go out on the
Oh, I
stage.
don't know.
And they showed it. It's like a sad little stage. You're in a hotel conference
Yeah.
room, and she sang her songs. And then Eric Church comes out, sings his songs, millions of dollars.
Yeah, well, we've paid deductibles and premiums before. Yeah.
Yeah,
Insurance company, I'm
I
sure
know.
they could.
I know.
They all got paid handsomely.
Isn't
I got
that
they
nuts?
deducted 20%.
It's crazy to me that, you know, Lainey Wilson between gigs, because this was just
Yeah.
like a couple nights ago, in between gigs, will go sing to a group of insurance nerds for like $1 million.
They do make so much money
Yeah.
and stuff like that. And the big artists do it because they don't have to pay their own, like, art. They don't pay their own
Sure. Crew,
band and crew and
band.
stuff. And then it's all like acoustic, so it seems intimate, but they're just banking it.
Yeah.
They're just banking in it.
I know. I'll show you some of the video that showed up on my feed. I was like,
Yeah.
oh my gosh! First of all, awesome as they walk out. You're just standing there like Lainey Wilson's right there all of a sudden.
Who would you pick? Because there's been a couple that I've heard about. Tom Hanks was at one time. Ellen DeGeneres did a whole comedy show when she was still doing her TV show and people liked her. You know, that was she did that.
Along those lines, like John Mulaney, if he walked out, I'd
Oh
be
my
like,
God,
"Ugh."
I would love.
That'd be sweet. And I
that.
bet he does that too.
I
Oh,
bet
God.
he does too.
Right up his alley.
I really wanted to go to his show when he was at Red Rocks, and I wonder if I would have liked it because it's his last comedy special. If you don't know who John Mulaney is, very, very funny. You should definitely look up his stuff. But most people know who he is, I think. He played Red Rocks, I think, last year, Wasn't it last year? It would have been like
And
a
it was
year ago, April.
post rehab. So
And
it was
the
that.
post rehab show, which is on Netflix, and you can see that special. And it took me like 2 or 3 times to think that one was funny.
It is. It
because
really
it's
is.
like it's kind of dark. Like he talks about his intervention, and it felt weird to laugh about something so dark. And then he's John Mulaney, so he's just so funny. But I bet you, like the people at the Red Rock show, that's a bucket list.
Oh God, right? I've never seen a comedy show at Red Rocks, but I
haven't
bet
either.
I bet it's fantastic.
I'm thinking of the last show I saw at Red Rocks. I think it was Old Dominion, either that or Midland.
Midland.
But it's been a minute since I was out there. I haven't been to Red Rocks this season yet.
All right. Well, Lainey Wilson is playing the Shine Frontier Days, coming off of her big gig inside the hotel conference room for the
Take the third
insurance
floor
company.
elevator up. You'll pass the bathroom.
It's such a weird concept to me that
Yeah. You'll
you know,
see the heated lamp food. That's where you're going. Enjoy, Lainey. Yeah. No, the heated lamp. Keep going toward the heated
it's a long
lamp.
hallway.
Yeah.
It's a big conference room.
All right, you guys. Have a fantastic day. See you
Bye.
tomorrow.